Are you ready for the rough?
What's going on, everybody? It is Shooting Up here, and today I have got a spawns and strategies video for you guys on the map Bakaara, doing demolition, free for all, and domination with the domination heat map in there, just to help you guys out. You know, show you where not to be at and where to be a little bit on the heads up. Now, before I start getting into this video and before I, go on into demolition, I want to go ahead and let you guys know that once the new maps come out for Elite, January 24th, I'm going to try and have the spawns video out for them. Hopefully the next day or within the next 2 days. I'm going to put a lot of work into that. So be sure to check that out if you guys have Elite and if you guys want to know those map spawns right away, so you guys can have an edge on the enemy. So be sure to, come back and check that out whenever it's, around time for that. Now, if you missed any other videos that I've done, I'm going to try to have annotations on the screen of all the other maps that I've done. So click anywhere on the screen on any of the maps. And if there's not any at the moment, that means that I haven't done them yet. So yeah, check them out later. Come back some other time and I'll have them up. So I'm going to try to upload these 2 at a time. So I'm doing Bakaara and Dome right now. So if you missed Dome, check that out. And I've also done Arcadin, which is what I like to call it. So be sure to check that out in other future videos that I'm doing in the future. So anyways, on into demolition. Now, these are all the spawns, and I've already told you guys before that I don't play demolition all that much, but I can tell you a little bit of strategy from my Call of Duty experience since I've been playing for a little while. Now, for the circled spawns that I have for y'all obviously know that the dots are the spawns, and the green circles around the spawns are, depending on the side that you're on, the Africa militia or the PMC. The circled ones are the ones that you want to try to push them back to. If you want to do well in demolition, try and push them back to those spawns, and it'll give you guys the advantage and a really good chance to win the game in demolition. So the map control and stuff, that kind of varies depending on the game, I guess, who you're playing with. Obviously control the buildings around the bomb sites, so try to do that, and that'll help you guys out a lot in demolition. Now, on to free-for-all. I've been playing a lot of free-for-all lately, so I do have some free-for-all strategies for you guys in some general areas to stay in that general area pretty much. So anyways, the green area is the place for me that I would say is the best, because it doesn't have all the spawns like crazy as the left side of the map does, and you can kind of stay in the building in the bottom left hand corner, kind of where my blue area is at. Just kind of stay in that general area, because my radar which is kind of the blue smoky thing, which is my portable radar, which is a suggestion of where you guys can put that, pretty much covers 3 of the spawns of where you're going to be at. So that's going to help you guys out a lot in free-for-all, and kind of give you guys an edge on the enemy team, and hopefully help you guys to win some more games. So on into the domination heat map. This one is kind of giving you guys a heads up. The real circles like that are just circles and not just like blob areas. That's where people pretty much sit. And you guys see one on the B flag and the C flag and the A flag. So that's kind of where people sit. But you got to watch out in the buildings. If you see a red circle in a building, that usually means that somebody's kind of going to be camping there and sitting there. So make sure you guys keep a heads up whenever you're running by those areas. So we're going to get into the domination spawns now. Now these are pretty self-explanatory. They always are spawned next to the flag. But into the strategies, I have some pretty basic strategies for y'all that'll help you all out whenever you're spawn trapping, and hopefully if you guys have a team, this makes this a lot easier. But even though I play solo a lot of time, I can kind of do this. I can kind of run around to different flags and do things on myself. I'm a one-man army, guys. I can do it just because I'm that good. But if you have a team and you want to set it up like this is a really great strategy. Now the red dot, the red line, kind of right down the right, I don't know, 2/3 of the map, that's the line where you kind of want to hold the enemies back at A, because in domination on Bakaara, you want to capture B and C and hold them in A. Now for the red line, you want to keep the enemies back in their spawn and do not allow them to go past to the left, because that will allow them to get on you and spawn on you, and maybe flip the spawns. If you go past that red line, you know, that might be the marker where they're going to flip the spawns over to C, and you'll have somebody spawn behind you. So try not to go too much past that. If you do, don't stay in there for long because it will flip the spawns. So keep an eye out for that. Now the blue area, as I've said before, is a portal radar, which is basically the same thing as free from. Now, two things that I do want to point out are the orange buildings. Those orange buildings are the buildings that you have to have control of in the game on Bakaara, because those are kind of like power buildings. They're a little more power positions that kind of give you an overwatch on most of the map. You're not in the entire map, because that would be really crazy if you could watch the entire map from like a couple buildings. But from most of the map, you have control from these 3 buildings, and it'll really help you guys out in playing. If you have one person in each of those buildings and 3 other people running around, or depending on if you're playing ground war, that's going to help you guys out a lot. Now the yellow hallway-ish thing down the middle of the map that I've highlighted for you guys is kind of a cautionary. I did it yellow because it's like cautionary, because once you're in that area, you kind of need to watch out. You need to watch out for snipers, because it's really open. It's like really the most open section of the map, so you need to watch out from people in those orange buildings if you're on the losing team, or watch people sniping from ADOM or something like that. So that's a cautionary cautionary spot for you guys. So hopefully you guys will take that into account. Now all the spawns and everything, I've been doing this because a lot of people have been complaining about the spawns, and this will help you guys out not to complain so much, because for me, I've been doing these videos and stuff, and it's been showing up in my gameplay, because in my KD, actually my KD ratio has been going up because I know where the spawns are at. So hopefully you guys will actually take this into account, and you're playing and, you know, do better. You know in the back of your head that if you kill somebody here, that they could spawn here, and if you go too far past that red line, it could flip the spawn over to C, and there's not much of a strategy over at C. So try to keep it at A, and that's the best way to play the map on Bakaara. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys later.